For KDSJ Local Sports, Clayson Davis reporting. I'm here with the head coach of the Wall Eagles, who are making an appearance in the Class B state tournament. Coach Ryan Kjerstad joins us from the Wall Eagles. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, no problem.
So you guys come into the tournament as a 5 seed and making your way to Aberdeen to play for a state championship. First off, before we get into that matchup with Washington Springs, Coach, you guys had a really good regular season, beating some good teams. Coach, talk about some of the big wins that you guys have had on the season.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few, I guess. Start off with early on up at the LNI this year in Rapid City, we knocked off Cheyenne Eagle Butte, who advanced to the SODAC against Hill City, I guess. So that was a nice early season win for us. And then building from there, went down to Parkston and played McCook Central Montrose, again another A school, and they also advanced to the SODAC. And so that was another nice win for us. And I guess just building on from that, New Underwood a couple times, one of those being a regional game, getting us into the SODAC. So there's been, certainly we had some losses, I guess, that were against some very worthy opponents, a couple of those being Custer and also Hill City, who made it to the state tournament for the first time in school history. So we've had some very worthy opponents, I guess, and definitely ended up on the winning side of the column in a few of those, and very grateful that we experienced some of the losses that we had during the regular season, because it kind of exposed some weaknesses that we needed to build on, and we did that. And that's kind of part of the reason why we're going to the state tournament, I feel like. So yeah, it's been a process, but it's been good.
Yes, the Wall Eagles playing their best basketball as of late, coming into the state tournament on a 9-game winning streak. Your guys' last loss was versus Lineman, another state tournament team, back on the 1st of February. One game I remember stand out, KDSJ-TV was the Belle-Fourche Invite versus Timberlake. You guys blitzed the Panthers off the start, beating the 13-7 Timberlake Panthers 69-52. Talk about your style of basketball, Coach, and how it's a fast and gun-and-go offense and aggressive defense to help get your Eagles to the state tournament.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that one up. There's been a few of those, but that is one of the probably better games that we've played in the regular season, and it was following some of our tough losses, I guess. So to go up there and perform in that way, and we really clicked well offensively that game, but it was really, and it's been this way all season, it's led by our defense. It seems like when we play really at a high level of intensity on the defensive side of the ball, things start to click for us on the offensive side. And so, yeah, that was a very noteworthy win at a big moment in the season where it felt like we needed to get that win after some of those losses. So I know the kids left there reaffirmed with the idea that we were a high caliber team. You start to question maybe some of those things after you go on a 3-game losing streak, and we never wavered, I guess. And so that was certainly a big moment for us in the regular season.
And that offense has been playing very well the whole season, Coach. Led by Thielen Kjerstad, as he's got the Wall Eagles and as well as the rest of your team at 67 points per game. You guys have gone over the 90-point mark 2 times this year. What has worked so well with your offense to get you guys to the state tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of credit to the guys who are willing to, we have both Thielen and Emmett who are averaging right close to 20 points a game, which is very nice efficiency from them. But I think they would be the first to tell you that it comes from the unselfish play of their teammates who are willing to work on defense and trust them with, a higher percentage of the shot selection and willing to rebound and create some opportunities for them to score. So they are both very talented shooters from the outside, can finish around the rim. And we've got a number of guys that are capable of doing that. So it's a very, very balanced approach from us. Certainly we have a couple of guys that are leading the charge, but on any given night, we got a handful of guys that are able to get into double digits and lead the charge for us on the offensive side. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that this group of boys have been playing basketball together, since they were in grade school out on their family hoop in the backyard. They just always have been playing basketball together at a young age and have continued to do so in the off season. There's a group of 9 of them that have been playing summer travel basketball and make multiple road trips down to Sioux Falls. So the offense you're seeing is a lot of years of playing together and making a ton of mistakes and building every time and learning from those mistakes. And so it's nice as a coach to trust them with the offensive side. Yes, we do have some structure, but a lot of it is just them creating from their natural basketball tendencies. So
as you look at your tournament first-round opponent, Wessington Springs, 18-2 on the season. They've been ranked in the top 5 for most of the season on and off. What do you see on film from Wessington Springs that you need to be prepared for, Coach, and what are some aspects of their game that you feel like you have an advantage in?
Yeah, obviously, our defense is something that most teams have not faced, where we're long, we're athletic, we're physical, we're quick, and we're just relentless on ball pressure. So I think that dynamic alone on the defensive side will be a challenge they haven't faced. But they're a very skilled and athletic team as well. They look to pound the ball inside the paint, and we haven't faced a ton of opponents. Custer was somewhat that way. Cheyenne Eagle Butte was somewhat that way. So we faced a couple, but this team has got the Flowers brothers, who are, I think, 6'6", 6'7", and then a couple other tall, athletic individuals who like to drive, get to the paint, finish down low. And so I think one of our primary objectives this game is rebounding the basketball, limiting them to one shot, and then from that, getting out in our transition and trying to score in the transition game instead of setting up in the half court. Not that we can't execute in that, but if we can steal some points in that transition, it seems like gives us a really good chance to beat a worthy team such as Wessington Springs.
And finally, Coach, what do you expect to see from the Wall Eagles versus Wessington Springs here on Thursday up in Aberdeen? And what do you expect to see from the Eagles throughout the state tournament this weekend?
This is the second time in school history that we've gotten to the tournament, and I've told you before that these boys they had a vision and they put the work in, and it's starting to pay off. It certainly will be a little bigger stage than what we're used to playing on, but these boys have proven time and again throughout the season that they're ready for the moment. And so I don't expect anything other than what we've been doing all year, and that's showing up and executing on the offensive side and playing relentless defense. And seems like when we do that, if it's not a close game, we end up winning. So we're hoping we go down there and do that in Aberdeen this week.
Awesome. Thank you for the time, Coach, and congratulations on a successful regular season, and good luck coming this weekend in the state tournament.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and we look forward to it. Thank you for taking the time.
That was Coach Ryan Kjerstad of the Wall Eagles. The Eagles enter the tournament at the 5 seed, 17-6 on the year. They'll take on number 4 seed Wessington Springs at around 12:45 Mountain Time on Thursday from Aberdeen. For KDSJ Local Sports, I'm Clayson Davis reporting in Spearfish.